Ngayon ay Friday at anong ibig sabihin ng Fridays? Ako nga pala si Miko at nandito na naman po tayo sa bagong episode ng What's Up mga Dok? Remember, this video does not represent the totality of med students here in the Philippines kasi as we all know, different schools have prepared different protocols sa pag-handle nila ng students nila. Some schools, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung online classes nila, while some, tulad ng sa amin, nagbigay sila ng assignments and cases na ipapasa namin right when the classes resumes.
What's up mga doc? Or should I say what's up mga almost doc? So this vlog shares the insights and realization of a medical student in the middle of a global pandemic. So this is Maitha, a second-year medical student here in the Philippines. Day check, time check. Actually, na nga natin alam kung anong araw ngayon. We lost track of the days and the time because everything actually changed and everything actually transformed since in-announce yung first case ng COVID-19 here in the Philippines, and then nag-progress siya into quarantine and then to enhanced community quarantine. So, ang dami nang nagbabago. And a lot maybe of aspiring doctors or aspiring medical health workers or healthcare practitioners are already doubting or having second thoughts of pursuing this career. Unang-una, the process of becoming a doctor is long already, and the sacrifices that come with it are just puntong hininga. Sobrang daming sacrifices that you have to actually do in order for you to get that degree and for you to actually serve the people. And kung titingnan mo talaga siya, the sacrifices outweigh the benefits. And maybe that's just how the way it is, that death works in us so that life can work in other people. That if we give our lives, our time, our effort, dugo, pawis, everything, so we give it up so that others may have life. And I think that's the most rewarding thing that this practice and this profession could give you. It might not be coming in a way, or it may not present itself as something that is rewarding in a sense, but I do believe it still, and with all my heart, this calling is an extra special assignment, and it's a privilege that we can do it. Not all can do it kasi hindi siya madali, but I believe that we can still appreciate the privilege of becoming a healthcare provider, becoming a frontliner. Alright, so ang dami kong hanash, ang dami kong pa-intro. Encouragement ang naman yung dapat namin ibigay sa inyo. So let's go directly to the point. I believe kasi that after all these things that are happening, there's only one important change that must happen. And that change should start from us, the future frontliners, because definitely we will be the leaders of the future. There's nothing we can do with the past and limited things that we could do in the present, but there is so much potential and so much we can do in the future. That's why we need to focus on that area. And sino yung magiging game player for the future? And that is us, the future frontliners, the future doctors of this nation, perhaps future leader of this nation. Before I move on to my points, I just like to quote a Bible verse that's written in Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. It says there, "And I am sure of this, that he who started a good work in you will carry it out into completion until the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ." So what I like about this verse is the certainty of the ending and the certainty of the promise. Before we get to do something or before we can be something, there is always a process. And the process might be the hardest. The process might be something na hindi natin gusto. We wanted the end, we wanted the title, the prestige, but we don't want the process. And we don't like to embrace the process. But I really believe na the process is as much as the promise. I mean, there's so much beauty in the process as it is with the promise. So, ano yung pwedeng ituro ng pandemic nito sa ating mga future frontliners or aspiring frontliners? Number one, we have to commit. That's the first C, commitment. I mean, commitment is staying in the course, even if it's hard, even if it's difficult, even if it's impossible. I mean, it's saying yes every day. That's commitment. And even if you want to say no, you would still say yes. And medicine is a commitment. It's like getting married to medicine. Diba? So, for better, for worse, for richer and for poorer, till death do us part. So, it's always a yes for us. I mean, mahirap, oo, but yes. So you have to stay committed to this course, to this calling, and to everything that comes with it. Sometimes we wanted lang yung mga magagandang bagay, but commitment takes it all. It's seeing the whole thing and taking it still, even if there are things that you don't want with it, but you're going to take it all in. So this pandemic teaches us to commit to our passions, to commit to serving the Filipino patients. And makikita natin na it's not just one patient that we are treating here. It widens our scope that we are treating one nation, not just one patient. It's not just one patient that comes to you with a chief complaint, telling you kung anong masakit, kung kailan siya nag-start sumakit. I mean, our patient is one whole nation, and one doctor, one committed doctor cannot do it all. We need a collaborative work. We need a collaborative effort of committed doctors who would like to see a better healthcare for the future. And if you are that, thank God, because there's one committed doctor. Okay? And let's do this together. If we commit ourselves, definitely something great is going to happen. Okay, so next point naman is concentrate. We need to concentrate and we need to narrow down our concentration. Because when we narrow down our concentration, actually we widen our scope. So let me put it in histology. Taray, nasingit ko yung histology. So paano yun sa histo? For example, you are going to view a slide of a blood vessel. So you know that that is an artery. Okay? But for you to get into the details of the artery, you have to shift it from the LPO to HPO. And once you narrow your concentration, then you widen your scope. Then you see the tunica intima, then the tunica media, and the tunica adventitia. Okay? So, when you shift your focus and you concentrate and you focus on things, that's the time that you would see details. So this is the time for us to actually concentrate on the things that we want to achieve. I mean, concentrate on the end and concentrate also in the process. We have to get rid of the distractions, especially in this quarantine moment. We could maximize our study time. Studios, diba? So we could maximize. I know it's hard to actually study during this pandemic. I mean, anxiety is so high. And ang daming nangyayari. I mean, the news everywhere is really frustrating and devastating. But, again, concentrate. You have to narrow your focus so that you could widen your scope. I mean, this is the time for us to improve. I mean, and concentrate on the things that we want to do. And more than the things that we want to do, ang dami nating to-do list eh. Minsan nakakalimutan natin yung to-be list. And I think that's one important factor that we miss. I mean, to be a committed doctor or to be a person who is so great in time management and in self-management. Okay? to be a compassionate doctor. I mean, this is the time to practice your compassion to the people at your house, in your homes, diba? I mean, practice talaga yung compassion mo dun because these are your family members. I mean, you are so used to becoming familiar with them. So, this is the time to extend help. I mean, sometimes kasi we see or we wanted to do the big stuff, but we forget about the small stuff. And sometimes, the small stuffs or the small stuff matter more than the big stuff. Minsan gusto natin to create an impact nationwide. But if you can't make an impact in your home, how can you make an impact to the world? Diba? So this is the time to list down things on the things that you should improve, behaviors that you should change, characters that should be checked. I mean, this is the time for you to create your study habits, or if you have your study habits already, fortify and strengthen those study habits. And the third point is cherish and celebrate. We have to cherish and celebrate the moment that we are in right now. Hindi ko niro-romanticize itong pandemic na to. I mean, it's hard and it's a serious matter. Pero let's come to think of it, this happened in our generation. And this should change you. And this should change your perspective. And this should create an impact on you. And you should actually value that moment or that fact that this pandemic happened in our generation. And I believe na meron talagang nangyayari doon sa generation natin. Because we are supposed to be next in line. I know it's saddening to hear news about the doctors or the frontliners who had passed away. I mean, they are pillars of medicine. But to look at the brighter side, possible na wala yung mga pillars na yun kasi merong papalit. And tayo yun. Tayo yung generation na yun. So we need to cherish and celebrate the things that might seem bad or might seem ugly in our eyes, but I still believe that all things work together for good, and even the bad could be used for good. So we just have to shift our perspective and cherish the moment that we are in right now. And the last point that I want to share with you is we have to get back to Christ. We have to get back to God. And why? Because there are things that are out of control and we have to go back to the one who has control. When all things are made for Him, by Him, through Him. I mean, as doctors, it's very important for us to have control. But we have to admit that we are humans also, and we can't take control of everything just as how much we want to. But we just can't. I mean, we have limitations. But what's very good about our limitation is this. When we have come to a human's limitation, then we could experience God's extension. And as doctors, I believe we should not just be humans of science, but also humans of faith. That we have to believe, we have to trust, and we have to hope of a brighter future. I mean, science will not explain that. It's only faith that can see through the lens of beauty, even in the midst of chaos. So, number one, we have to commit. Second, we have to concentrate. And then third, we have to cherish and celebrate. And then four, we have to get back to Christ, and we need to connect to Christ. Tama ba? Everybody is in process. Lahat tayo under training. And training is not only boxed in the four corners of the room or what we get from the hospitals or what we get from our professors. I mean, everything that happens is training. Remember, patibayan ng puso at patibayan ng utak yung labanan dito sa karerang ito. I mean, lahat ng nangyayari is part of training. It's used to sharpen your character. It's used to refine your heart. It's used to actually make your mind better. So, all of this are part of training. All we have to do is just embrace, cherish, and let's just celebrate the whole process. And after all, sabay-sabay naman tayong makakapunta dun sa ending na yun. And I hope you have been blessed sa lahat ng mga napag-usapan natin ngayon. Ako actually believe that this nation has a bright future because the generation right now is under training. All you have to do is just respond to that calling.
Guys, I hope may natutunan kayo sa pinag-usapan natin today. Yes, I know all of us are facing hardships right now, lalo na in this time of crisis. Pero let us not forget, in the midst of difficulties lies opportunities. And I'm sure naman, the Lord has something great in store for each and every one of us. Kaya don't be discouraged, don't be disheartened. Guys, we'll be seeing you on our next video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And I speak blessing to each and every one of us. Bye! Guys, see you sa next video namin. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Nandito.
What's up mga doc? Or should I say, what's up mga almost doc?
Kinandaduan ako dito sa labas ng bahay. Before I give the floor to my partner,